Hey guys, what's up? So today we will be dealing with detailed analysis, solution, explanation of UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims 2015 Part 1. So the answer key will be 100% authentic. Where I will have doubt, I will tell you. But this will be the best out there because I have personally, since morning, I have been spending a lot of time on it and I have come up with this amazing explanation. So you might like them. Anyway, moving forward, I personally took this test. Unlike other people who just go to Wikipedia and they go to Google and they open 10 different books, ask 20 different teachers, and what they do is everyone takes 5 questions and they come up with answer key. Unlike them, I personally give test. Like, this is how I am, and I'm not lying. And I got 76 correct and 24 incorrect. So I thought this paper is a little bit easier than the last 2 years, and I took 67 minutes to solve it. I am a bit rusty. In my prime time, I must have taken less than 1 hour, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I got 138 out of 200 marks. So I usually deduct 30 marks out of my marks. So as predicted, as I've already predicted, cutoff will be around 105 for general category, and you can reduce for others accordingly. Now paper was slightly more factual than previous year question paper. See, this is I will give. Okay, this is 100% true. And the most surprising part is only 2 questions came from art and culture. So this was a very opposite kind of a move from UPSC. Not bad or not good, but just opposite to whatever has been going on. Some questions were literally too stupid to be asked in an examination of such stature and repute. I will not name those questions, but when you see them, you will know, yaar, that what the hell is wrong with UPSC? How can they ask such questions? But anyway, it doesn't matter. I felt like I was solving SSC paper sometimes by mistake. I confirmed it twice. That's why I have 7 more minutes. But anyway, however, about 60% of the paper was very good. It was of moderate level difficulty, and hence it will be the key determinant of cutoff. Okay. So now moving forward, art and culture, as I told you, already 2 questions came. So that is a very surprising move. Modern history was amazing paper. Number was increased of questions as well as the level is improved. Last year in 2013 also, stupid questions were asked from modern history. Cripps proposal came after what, like timeline type questions. But in modern history, there were good questions this time. Okay. Environment and ecology is still the #1 champion. So I emphasized on it a lot. So you must have benefited. I just saw the paper. Most of the questions from my videos. Geography, in-depth knowledge was needed to solve them. So that is again a good move from UPSC. There is unnecessary focus on national and international bodies, schemes, etc., but we can't do with that. More questions from general trivia and current affairs than previous years. Not much more, but some more. And environment and ecology and science and tech, it made about 30% of the question paper, as was emphasized upon by Unacademy. So in general trivia, there were about 5 questions. These are the questions in series C. Okay. So unlike other people who says ki these are the questions which have come from where, I have exactly named, I have took the pains to exactly pinpoint which question of series C is from general trivia. There were only 2 questions from art and culture. You can see these questions in series C question paper, which I have uploaded on Unacademy blog. You can copy paste from there, no worries. In modern history, there were 8 questions, as you can see here. In ancient and medieval history, there were 5 questions, but polity was slightly increased to 14 questions. Economy was as it is, 13 questions. Science and tech, obviously more questions will be asked, 14 questions. Then we had international bodies, committees, conventions, 10 questions. Environment and ecology, the top ranker again, 16 questions. National programs, bodies, missions, schemes, etc., 6 questions. And finally geography had very low questions, 7 questions. So total is 100. So I'll be talking about paper 1, first 20 questions. Okay. So these are the direct questions which came from Unacademy. 5th schedule, 6th schedule. Southwest Asia does not open to Mediterranean Sea. Which of the following type of forest is teak, a dominant tree species? This is about equatorial climate. These are uphold and protect and fundamental duties. Best description of ecosystem, Panchayati Raj system, welfare state, DPSP, easternmost, westernmost states. So these are the questions which can directly, if you have just watched my video and you have never ever read any book or heard any word, even then you can clear these exams through these questions I'm talking about, these specific questions. IUCN and all these, when a bill is referred, and nitrogenous fertilizers in agriculture, and India has a combination where it is found, Buddha. So this was talked in detail, and this is exactly repeat of last year question paper, which is very bad because UPSC should not repeat exactly last year's question paper. And ozone depleting substance, Montreal Protocol, you must have seen my convention video, Rio plus 20 conference, again all from environment. So these are the direct questions. However, 30 to 35% of the entire paper could have been easily solved indirectly through Unacademy, and you just need a little bit knowledge base from NCERT, etc. So let's start with the first question, that with reference to cabinet mission, which of the following statement is or are correct? Okay. So obviously the statement 1 is absolutely correct, because cabinet mission, as must be knowing, it was in the initiative of Sir Clement Attlee, and he came along with Stafford Cripps, Patrick Lawrence and A.V. Alexander. So it was started under the Clement Attlee, but three guys, again I am repeating: Patrick Lawrence, okay, Stafford Cripps and A.V. Alexander. Patrick Lawrence was Secretary of State for India, Stafford Cripps was President of Board of Trade, and A.V. Alexander was First Lord of the Admiralty or something like that. Surprisingly, Wavell, who was the Viceroy of India, did not participate in this. Okay, so this is again a question for future for you guys. Cabinet's mission purpose was to divide India or to discuss how to constitution will function. But what they did was opposite. They did not divide India. Okay, so this was a key move from Britishers, you know. But they do not talk about courts. They do not talk about Indian civil services or anything like that. And finally, what they gave was a united dominion will come out. Muslim majority will be grouped into two parts. One is the northwest frontier province, Balochistan, Punjab and Sindh. Other will be Bengal and Assam. Hindu majority provinces will be there in central and southern India. And finally, central government will be stationed in Delhi, and they will take care of defense, currency, diplomacy, while other provinces will take care of different groups. Since this is the provision here, so you know federal government is the answer. So answer is 1 only. Any doubt? No doubt, sir and ma'am. Let's move forward. Which of the following national park has a climate that varies from tropical to subtropical to temperate to arctic? Now this is slightly trickier question. In Uttarakhand, you will never find a tropical climate. That's a personal guarantee. I lived there for 8 months during my training. The climate is nowhere close to tropical. So Nanda Devi is ruled out, okay, because it cannot be tropical. Similarly, Kanchenjunga is too high for tropical and too north for tropical. Again, it is ruled out. Now, Nevra Valley National Park, absolutely nothing to do with this. So, only option which is left through elimination is Namdapha. But even if you know Namdapha is in Arunachal Pradesh, so you know that Arunachal Pradesh has evergreen forest, so it must be having tropical to subtropical climate. And since it is very high also, because Himalayas are there, so Arctic temperature can be seen. But anyway, it is an eastern Himalayan biodiversity hotspot. It is the largest protected area among that, and it is the third largest national park in terms of area in India. Is that understood? And finally, you will find lots of stuff here, and the temperature, even if you read Wikipedia, it will say that the habitat changes with increasing altitude, from tropical moist forest to montane forest, okay, to temperate forest. It is written in Wikipedia, okay, you can just go and see it. And finally, it changes to alpine meadows. So this is close to Arctic temperature. Is that understood? And there is perennial snow also. It is written in Wikipedia. So the answer is Namdapha National Park. Moving forward, sir and ma'am. So what is Amnesty International? Everyone knows this is one of the most easiest question. It is an NGO which focus on human rights. That's it. So answer is Global Human Rights Movement. Everything else is stupid. Okay, it's very simple question. Approximately 70 lakh members or volunteers, whatever you want to call them, and they are supporters, and they basically conduct research and generate action to prevent human right abuse. Okay, so this is their mandate, a human right abuse prevention. But that's it, prevention and end obviously. So this is the simple question. Now with reference to art and archaeological history of India, which one of the following is correct? See, I have been to all these 4 places during my Bharat Darshan, so now I know. But for an aspirant, how you should go about it? See, Lingaraj temperature is in Bhubaneswar. It is built around 11th century. It is devoted to Shiva. Obviously, Lingaraj, Shiv, Ling, you can make that out, right? And if it is in Bhubaneswar, let me tell you, Harihar was the king who made it, and it is one of the oldest temple in Bhubaneswar. So the answer is not this obviously. Rock cut elephant at Dholi, it is built after the Kalinga war by Ashoka, and since Ashoka lived in 3rd century BC, so it is one of the oldest obviously. Rock cut monuments at Mahabalipuram, it was Pallavas. You must be knowing about Pallavas. So have you heard about group of monuments at Mahabalipuram? So that is along the Coromandel coast of Bay of Bengal, Kanjipuram district of Tamil Nadu. It is close to Chennai. I have been to this place also in Bharat Darshan. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it includes Panch Ratha, Arjun Ratha, Bhim Ratha, Draupadi Ratha, Nakul Dev, basically 5 Rathas of them. Varaha cave temple, Krishna cave temple, and lots of temples are there. It is basically Pallavas architecture, and as you know, Pallavas lived from 3rd to 7th century AD. Is that understood? But they built it in 7th century only. So even if you know Pallavas time period, you will rule out it easily. And finally, Varaha image at Udaigiri, it is near Bhopal. Do not confuse it with Udaigiri and Khandagiri caves of Odisha. Okay, there is other Udaigiri caves, but Varaha image is present in Vidisha. Vidisha is a place in MP. Close to it is Udaigiri. It is very close to Bhopal also. It was built around Gupta period in 3rd to 4th century. Just remember Gupta period, you will get the answer. It's exactly 3rd century AD. Since now you know these details, so you can easily make out which of the following is correct, right? It becomes very easy for you. But obviously it is slightly trickier question for those people who do not know about it. But anyway, I can't do anything about it. And if you want to know more, it is built by Chandragupta II. That's not a big deal. Everyone knows about it. Haha, just kidding. Chalo, anyway, moving forward. So answer is Dholi. With reference to Indian history, which of the following are essential element of the feudal system? Okay. A very strong centralized political authority. Okay, this is absolutely crap. This is absolutely wrong. In India, whenever feudal system arise across world, forget about India, there is the king is so weak that people who are peripheral, that is they control weak provinces. Okay, it's absolutely ulta. Very weak center and very strong provinces. So this is the correct statement. Have you heard about Jagir system? King is so weak that he needs troops and revenues from Jagirs. That is why the feudal system arises. Emergence of administrative structure based on control and possession of land, absolutely correct. It's called Jagir in India. And Lord vassal relationship, obviously. So answer is 2 and 3 only. So answer is B. Very easy question if you know your stuff. Biocarbon Fund Initiative for Sustainable Forest Landscape. It was in news. It is basically seeks to promote reduction of greenhouse gases. Okay, especially from the after deforestation and degradation. So it wants to promote reforestation through this. And finally, it also emphasizes on sustainable agriculture. You can read it on World Bank's website. It's not a big deal. Answer is World Bank. World Bank is funding it. Is that understood? And also managing it. Okay. Funding comes from I don't know where, but there are donor governments, but the management is done by World Bank. It's written everywhere. You can just go and Google it. Now, India is a member of which among the following? See, ASEAN is a different thing. APEC is a different thing, and East Asia Summit is a different thing. Let's start with Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. The very fact that it has word Pacific in it, you should rule out India, yaar. India do not share boundary with Pacific Ocean at all. Since India do not share boundary with Pacific Ocean, it cannot be a member of Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. That's it. It has 21 members which are situated on Pacific rims. Is that understood? And they are basically promotion of free trade among the members, Asia Pacific region, etc. Okay, it started in 1989 and all that. India wanted to become a member, but others objected that you do not share boundary with Pacific Ocean, hence you will not be made. Details mein Wikipedia, you can go. ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nation, and everyone knows that it was started in 1967. Back then, only 5 countries joined: Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, and Thailand. Afterwards, Brunei, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam also joined. Is that understood? So basically, it has these kind of members. I have told you already. And it has 10 states as member, as I have already mentioned all those 10 states. People think China is a member. Please do not confuse. China is not a member. Okay, and there are 2 observers, Timor-Leste and Papua New Guinea. Is that understood? And headquarters of ASEAN is at Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, Jakarta is in Indonesia. Is that understood? And India is not a member. Okay. Now finally moving to East Asia Summit. East Asia Summit is basically 16 countries in East Asia region. Since India is a member of East Asia region, hence we are member of it. It's as simple as that. Australia is also a member. US is also there. Then entire Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Laos, Russia is also there. So this is basically East Asian region. Now don't ask why USA is a member. See, Alaska and Russia are very close to each other. Okay, Alaska used to be part of that. So that's why it is in the East Asia. Okay, is that understood? So answer is 3 only. So read like this conceptually and then only you'll get good answers. Now in India, the steel production industry requires the import of. Now this is a slightly debatable question. I'll tell you why. If you go to saltpeter is nothing but potassium nitrate. I know it inside out. It is used for coloration of steel screws. Okay, is that understood? Steel screws, pins, nut, bolt, etc. All of that requires coloration, and coloration is through saltpeter. Rock phosphate is also used in steel, and coking coal is obviously. So answer is either C or D. Is that understood? So answer is either C or D. You can't pick A or B. So I will go with all of the above answer, but UPSC may choose coking coal. But still my answer will be all of the above. Now provisions in 5th schedule and 6th schedule in the Constitution of India are made in order to, it's a very simple question, I will not waste time on it, protect the interest of scheduled tribes. Answer is A. With reference to the union government, consider the following statement. Department of Revenue is responsible for budget. No. Department of Economic Affairs is responsible for budget. No amount can be withdrawn from CFI without authorization from Parliament. Absolutely correct. All the disbursements made from public account. No, it's CFI. Just C2 and 3 can't be compatible with each other. Okay. Only CFI needs authorization. Most of them, they can be disbursement can be made except in extraordinary situation. So answer is only 2 is correct. So answer is C. Is that understood? Not a big rocket science. Okay. Now who or which of the following is the custodian of the Constitution of India? Prime Minister and Lok Sabha Secretariat has absolutely nothing to do with. People get confused between President and Supreme Court. President is also somewhat custodian of Constitution of India, but ultimate father figure is judicial review, which can only be done by Supreme Court of ultimate parliament, amendment laws and all that. So basic structure and all that has to be preserved by Supreme Court. So it is the ultimate custodian of Constitution of India. Now consider the following statement. Accelerated irrigation benefits program is what? It's not that what you are thinking about. It's for minor and major irrigation project which have been not completed because of some funding issues or something like that. It was started 20 years ago in 96. It has nothing to do with loan assistance to poor farmers. Can you see? Irrigation is not being done, so you want to accelerate it. Similarly, there is Command Area Development Program, that is also called as CADP, and it was launched in 74-75. And yeah, it is absolutely true, it was for the development of water use efficiency. CADP was basically for potential utilization, potential, again I am seeing potential word is directly associated with efficiency, and optimization of agricultural production. Is that understood? So optimization of agricultural production through efficient water management. Is that understood? Efficient water management. This is written on ministry's website also. So there is no doubt about it, and the answer is 2 only. I know how it feels here. I have marked C, but answer is B. Curse you Roman, go to hell. But I can't do anything. UPSC will also mark the same. Answer is B. Now genetic engineering appraisal committee, I will not go in detail what to do. If you have any LMO, you know what is LMO? Living modified organism. If it has to be checked, so this will check everything else related to biotech, genetics, etc. It will check. But it is established not under food safety. It is established under Environment Protection Act, because people think that BT brinjal is the only BT, but there are BT cotton also. It has nothing to do with food. Why we don't eat cotton, right? So it has nothing to do with food. It is to do with environment. So answer is Environment Protection Act of 1986. In the Mekong Ganga Corporation, which is an initiative of 6 countries, which of the following are not a participants? So as you must be knowing that Mekong Ganga Corporation, it was established in 2000, and there are basically 6 members: India, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam. Now you can easily eliminate through this. This is basically for the development of that particular belt. There is a river, okay, and so you might be aware that China has nothing to do with Mekong Ganga Corporation, and you can eliminate China, and obviously Bangladesh is eliminated because Bangladesh has nothing to do with that Mekong thing. Since India and all these 5 countries share something in common, that is why we have this cooperation pact. And so answer is, which of the following is not a participant? So answer is Bangladesh and China, that is C. Okay, now moving forward, Basel III Accord, or simply Basel III, often seen in the news, seeks to develop national strategies for conservation. See, environment and ecology is so popular that they try to confuse you, but this is one of the most stupidest question. And banking sector ability to do with financial and economic stress, and everyone knows this. Improve risk management. Answer is B. I'll not delve upon it too much. Just know where is Basel located. Okay, Basel Committee on Banking Supervision. Basel Committee on Banking Supervision is there. It strengthen regulation, supervision, risk management of banking sector, as it is line is written, and absorb shock. Okay, it can absorb better shocks. So this is the function of Basel. But please remember where is Basel located. Okay, I'll not tell you. You have to Google it. Haha. Now consider the following statements. See, this is a very controversial. Sorry for this. It should be degree. So this is a very controversial question because I think there is a printing mistake on this. It should be north, but since it is not considered as printing mistake, so I will consider it as wrong. This option is wrong because from 30° north to 60° south, you will have the entire equatorial belt, which has easterlies, also called as trade winds, northeast and southeast trade winds. So this option is wrong. But obviously this is a characteristic example of what we call as western disturbance. Is that understood, sir and ma'am? So please don't give me load. So option 2 is only correct according to me, and finally UPSC will also adhere to it. You must be knowing western disturbance coming from Mediterranean area. You must know this. Okay, giving rains in winter. Do not confuse it with other monsoon. Okay, winter monsoon, which gives rain in Tamil Nadu. Okay, please do not confuse with dry evergreen forest. Moving forward, Indian Ocean Rim Association for Regional Cooperation. Okay, so I'll tell you what is IOR. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, sorry for that. I know it must be hard for you to go through this paper. Basically, there are 20 states which are member of this. I know these things because I have lots of time in my plate, and all of them have boundary with Indian Ocean. So you can start with various African countries like Madagascar, Kenya, Mauritius, Mozambique, etc., etc. Then there is Australia. Then I don't know, Comoros, Indonesia, Seychelles, Singapore. Everyone is a member. And it was not established very recently. It's a very old body and it was established long back. Is that understood? 1995 types में established हो गई थी 20 years ago, and it has to do with sustainable growth and balanced development and all that crap which goes on. Economic cooperation, trade, shared interest, mutual benefit, liberalization, all that nonsense. It has nothing to do with this security and much. Okay, is that understood? And it was asked 2 years ago also in some examination. That is why it has been repeated. Both are wrong, absolutely wrong. Answer is neither 1 nor 2. Now, which one of the following movements has contributed to a split in the Indian National Congress? Any child knows worth his salt. That 1905 there was Swadeshi movement. Okay, so there was different method of protest. Extremists wanted something else while they wanted something else. Is that understood? But in 1907 this got boiled down to everything. Okay, and finally extremists wanted Lala Lajpat Rai to be president of the Congress, while moderates wanted Rash Bihari Ghosh. This important term, Ghosh. It is not Rash Bihari Bose. He was a revolutionary extremist person. Okay, that's a different entity together. Rash Bihari Ghosh wanted, moderates wanted him to be the president. Since Lala Lajpat Rai stepped down, so Rash Bihari Ghosh became the president, and Britishers now cracked down on extremists, and their biggest leader Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he was jailed for 6 years, and that is why it led to split among the moderates and extremists. Is that understood? So answer is Swadeshi movement. Okay, moderates were opposed to the boycott of national education and foreign goods. They do not wanted. Okay, is that understood? Now, in a particular region in India, local people train the roots of living trees. What happens is, see, there is a river like this. So in Meghalaya, what they do is, they will take something here and they will grow the roots in such a way that with time, these roots will become thicker and thicker, and finally the plant will grow horizontally, and that it can actually be used as a bridge. Is that understood? To cross this river. So these are called as living root bridges. I have seen lots of documentaries, and it's an amazing structure. If you go to Meghalaya, you must see this. Answer is A. Sorry for that, you can't really read about these things. And finally, for this video, tides occur in the oceans and seas due to which of the following? Everyone knows that sun has some influence, moon has some influence. Although sun is like huge, it is like moon is nothing compared to sun, but sun's gravitational force is approximately 5/11 of moon, little less than half, because moon is too close. and the difference in gravity is what produces tides, and centrifugal force also plays a characteristic role in it. Okay, so answer is all three are responsible for tides. So I hope you like this tutorial. So just let me know if I should cover the next 80 questions, otherwise I will not cover it. If you think they are helpful, just let me know, otherwise I can teach you a lot of important stuff also. And do let me know if I made any mistake or you disagree with any of the explanation. I'll be more than welcome to change it in the next tutorial. So I am also not perfect. So thank you for watching the tutorial. If you like the video, do hit the thumbs up and do subscribe to Unacademy for these awesome videos. And again, I'm telling you, don't be discouraged even if you get less marks. And thank you for watching the tutorial. Have an awesome day.